Okay, sorry, had to fix my hair real quick. Today is January 2nd of 2020. That feels weird to say. I know it shouldn't, but it does. Don't mind me, I'm looking at my computer. um, Messing my hair up. um, Yesterday night, or last night, I guess technically. Yesterday night. That sounds funny. um, it was a rough one for me, to be honest. I was having like an anxiety attack out of like, I don't want to say out of nowhere because I know where it, like, my head was just all of a sudden, it's a new year. There's so many things we used to do. You know, I I've been taking care of myself, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, there's some things that, like, I don't want to say showering is hard, but it's like part of me is like, I can't remember when I did. So I've been like keeping track on like my phone and like a calculator. Not a calculator. A calendar, not a calculator. That'd be an interesting calculator. But a calendar of when I am doing things. I also have like a new planner. Anybody that knows me well knows I'm quite organized with that kind of stuff. I have calendars and planners and kind of just write down everything because, like, I love my phone, don't get me wrong, but I also like to have a hard copy of everything. And so I like making sure that I can write stuff down and keep track of all that stuff. So I've been using like a journal, and it's actually kind of a cool journal. Um, it's called. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it. All right, I'm back. It's called. I have a pencil in it right now. Ah, of course. Hold on a second. I dropped it. Okay. So it's called Forever in My Heart, and it's a grief journal. And there's like little, I want to say like writing prompts. I'm not gonna show the pages I've written anything on, but just like little writing prompts. That's probably backwards. I didn't know. So like, I'm gonna go back and see because I've been going through it slowly, and a lot of these like aren't things. I mean, it's on the 6th, which is in 4 days, will be a month. So a lot of these things I haven't like conquered or done yet. So like it has like little kind of like titles for each chapter. This one is, I can still feel you with me when I spend time with people, places, and things you love. I blare your favorite music, then sing or dance around the room, and know you're jamming along with me to the songs you like. So, music is a hard one for me because I swear to God, that sounds like bad, but I swear, anytime I turn the radio on or literally even TikTok, it drives me crazy because it will be a song that is like, maybe I forgot, or all of a sudden the words, I'm like, I feel like a straight like channel of Mac energy. I don't know how else to explain it. And so it's like, I don't know if I explained this in another video. I think I've talked about it, but I can't remember. I think it was the day after he passed. I had to go to Walmart. I didn't have to, but I wanted to go to Walmart just because when you're grieving, like, your brain is everywhere. Like, you want to sit, you want to run, you want to go do something, you have to do something because your brain is literally probably firing so many like synapses at the same time that my ADD finally seemed normal. Like, and I know that sounds weird, but like people with ADD, ADHD, or whatever would totally maybe understand what I mean when all of a sudden you have so much like focused energy but chaos at the same time. I don't know. It's a weird feeling, and I have no clue how else to explain it except for all of a sudden it will feel like my adrenaline is like at a 200. Like I have to do something. I can't just sit. And realistically at work I'm pretty busy throughout the like day of, running errands or, working with students, going up and downstairs, having to, make copies or just I'm doing things constantly. There's very little time that I'm just like sitting like my lunch. But even at that, most days I'm still like working while I'm working, or while I'm working. That makes sense. Pardon me. I'm still working while I'm at lunch. And, technically work non-duty lunches or whatever, but it seems to be like the only time I can like sit down and like, I guess, sit down because I'm working constantly while I'm at work, which I guess technically you should. After Mac passed, hold on one second. After Mac passed, like, my brain was just going everywhere. I was talking about music. See, this is my problem. I get distracted. Anyways, so originally, the day after he had passed, we went to Walmart, like I said, me and a friend, because everybody was worried about me. They didn't want me to be alone, and I kind of get it, Ugh. And I needed it, But I bent over, and I was kind of wearing a shirt that kind of, when I bend over, you could definitely see what the good Lord gave me kind of thing. Not that I dress, like, provocative or anything, but the song, Motorboating, it's like a country song, came on, and, like, I started, like, cry laughing, and I was just like, it's so his sense of humor, And then, because of everything, I had to move all of Mac's stuff that was his, that isn't at my house. I put into our storage unit, and but because it was a lot more than what we had, I had to put it in a bigger storage unit, and so I went into the office to get like the new paperwork and everything for the storage unit, and Adele's Hello from the Other Side came on. And I literally was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I was just like, I don't know. All of a sudden, I was like, seriously? It just seems like anytime there's music on, all of a sudden it's like, I feel like it's like him talking, which I know sounds crazy, but it's just like, it's how I feel. And the day of his memorial, I was driving home with our oldest son, my daughter, and his girlfriend in the car, and I turned the radio on just for like, to break the silence kind of thing, and it was Knocking on Heaven's Door was playing on the radio, and I mean, I'm driving, so I was trying to, not just bust out crying. I totally was crying. But I was just trying to, I had to focus on driving kind of thing. And it was just like over and over and over, like when music is on, it's like, it's him. Like, ugh, I'm trying to get through this without crying. And I know everybody's like, crying's okay. And it's like, I get that. But at the same time, it's like, if I just sat here and cried in every video, trust me, I could. But like yesterday, a song on TikTok, which was, I think it's like Someone You Loved. It's, and the verse was, something like, it's nighttime now, and I need you, and you're not here to get me through it all. Oh, geez. Talk about the fills. That's all I can say. It was just like, I try so hard to be strong because I told you I was going to try not to cry, and it happened anyways. That I have kids that are looking up to me, and I know they're hurting so much right now. And so I try so hard to be strong. Which everybody's like, it's okay. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard. It's not just waking up in the morning anymore. It's seeing every spot in your life that you had that was your normal. And it's not normal. There's nothing normal about it. And part of me is like, I just feel like it's a giant dream. Like, I feel like somebody needs to pinch me and wake me up. And so it's just, I used to have an alarm, because I work early in the morning, set every day for 6:15. And it was to call Mac if he wasn't with me. And just make sure, he was up, the kids were up, and we were getting a start to our day. The first day that alarm went off, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't stand for almost 10 minutes. That first day was also the first day I didn't drive my kids to school. I've been driving them to school every day for the last 2 years. Mackie had been getting Katie on and off the school bus for the last 5 years. All of a sudden, everything that was normal before was no longer normal. I went to work because that's what I normally do. I did my shift all week long, and I only cried like 4 times. But of course, never in front of people. Because every day, for the last 6 years, if I didn't spend my lunch break with Mac, I called him on video chat. And I could call him, but he wasn't going to answer that day. Everything that was normal wouldn't be normal anymore. At the end of my day, I would get done at work, and instead of casually taking my time to get home, I would rush, praying to God the school bus didn't leave early for Katie, so I could make sure I was sitting on Mackie's stairs where he was every day, to make sure there was somebody to greet Katie when she got off the bus. It's an action I've done more than I can count. But always knowing that Mackie was there, just in case for some reason one day I didn't make it home on time. It was hard. It was so hard. And then the next day I realized I didn't have anybody to get her on the bus. And I had to go to my boss and be like, I promise I'll stay after. I'll do whatever I have to do. But I have no one right now to get my daughter on the school bus. And I have planning period during second period, which is also the same time her school starts. Thank God. And so for the last week before Christmas break, she came to work with me every day and sat in our staff lounge and did schoolwork or watched YouTube videos or something until I could take her to school. And that was a hard week. And like I said, school starts again in 4 days, and my normal is changing so much, you know. I'm trying, when Mackie had passed, I went to like a widow's like suggestion page. It was actually a blog. It was a really good blog. Like, I've read it a few times. Like, they have different posts and stuff. And they were like, you need a journal, you know, something you can write in, something tangible for your feelings, for your actions, for just whatever it is that you're doing at that time. And so I went online, and I'm just going to show brief. This is a pretty much 365, 67, 66 something day calendar with just little boxes that you can fill out. And so for every day, I've been writing down what I did that day, even if it was like went to store, you know, just something, because I know, like I said, and I've said many times, in a year I'm gonna look back and see all of the things I've faced alone. And that sounds bad. I know I'm not alone, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's just me here. Tomorrow, Katie leaves to her dad's for the first time in like some time. And it will be like the first weekend that I'm alone. I mean, I've already messaged friends and stuff, see if they want to go do something, because I'm not afraid to be alone, but like, it sucks to be alone, you know? I have been alone by myself, you know? I can do it. It's just when I'm alone, my head just wanders so many places, so many thoughts, so many everything all at once. My other planner I got, I like this one. It has really big like squares to write in, and then it has a page that you can like write notes and stuff on. I really like Pusheen. My suggestion for moms is, I think it's like the Mama To Do planner, or I can't remember 100% what it's called, but that one's amazing. It has like spots for each person in the family and like your calendar space. I love that calendar. I used that one for like the last, I want to say 3 or 4 years. Like, it's definitely one of my favorites. This Pusheen was like 50% off at the calendar store, so it was like $4. When I got paid, I was like, I'm gonna need a new planner. Because of course it's the new year, so I needed a new planner anyways. It wasn't like, oh, my life has ended, I need a new planner, you know. I'm gonna cut this video here. I'm gonna make another video probably after this one for tomorrow about like my anxiety attacks specifically. So thank you for listening to me ramble. And I hope you have a great night, love, or day, wherever you are.